Oh my gosh, this isn't merely a setback. It's a massive disaster because somehow Rachel Zegler, the same actress Disney chose to be the new Snow White, is now watching her career crumble. And how much does it cost to witness it all unfold? Free? Nothing. Zero. Because her Broadway production just switched to pay what you want. Her film hasn't hit theaters yet and is already facing backlash. In Hollywood, they're pretending they don't recognize her. And that's just the beginning. Because behind the curtain, this isn't just about ticket sales. This is about wrecking your own path, endless sessions with therapists, and dodging tomatoes hurled on stage. And just when you think it can't get worse, oh boy, wait until you hear what folks working on Evita are saying. Now, before I show you these stage performance clips, let's rewind for a moment if you're unaware of what happened from the start. So, Rachel Zegler was meant to be the next big talent, a stellar vocalist with Steven Spielberg's backing, plucked from obscurity to star in West Side Story. And you guys, that film, it didn't earn much profit, but critics adored it. People had high expectations. She even secured a Golden Globe for it. She was youthful. Sweet, charming, had a phenomenal voice, and movie studios were labeling her the next big star. The world is full of now. When Disney saw her rising, Disney believed they struck gold. They said, let's cast her as Snow White. Let's make her a star. And at first, Rachel, she was playing it perfectly. Kind, sweet, easy to love. But something shifted when she began giving those press interviews. And that's where things went awry. Instead of speaking kindly about Snow White or honoring the original Disney fans, Rachel got outspoken. She started criticizing the 1937 film, calling the prince a creep, saying Snow White wouldn't be rescued by a man, and calling the original outdated and foolish. She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, just, brave, true. Now, was she aiming to sound empowered? Sure. But man, the internet absolutely hated it. The bold, woke mindset of her shone through her words. Fans were furious. Twitter exploded. Reddit went wild. And Disney executives were panicking. People felt like she was being harsh about something they cherished. One fan wrote, "It didn't help that the lead actress said she despised the original. Snow White, that is not the right way to promote a remake. Okay, you know, Disney fans don't play around." Okay, now if the PR disaster wasn't bad enough, Rachel went on Instagram during the 2024 election. And she said, and I'm quoting, "May Trump. His voters and supporters never find peace." Like, girl, you're working for Disney. Can't be out here cursing half the nation. And when people got upset, Rachel didn't retreat. She doubled down. For Disney, they stayed silent about this entirely, but now the film has flopped so badly that they had to cancel every single remake they were about to launch. You might have heard things like Lilo and Stitch made more money than Snow White, Disney remake of Tangled, scrapped, and countless decisions. Anyway, so what did Rachel do next? She tried to pivot, start anew on stage, prove she still had skill. She landed the lead role in Jamie Lloyd's Evita show at the London Palladium, a renowned theater, great production, and a role once performed by icons like Patti LuPone and Madonna. And at first, it seemed promising. But then,
she's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
Came the balcony incident. Instead of singing "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina, Live" on stage, Zegler climbed out onto a balcony above the street and sang the song for free to fans outside. Meanwhile, paying guests inside who spent up to $500 for tickets had to watch the performance on a screen. Yep, the moment they paid to see played out on a monitor. While she sang to people on the sidewalk. Total madness. Wait, I paid $500 to not see her perform live. This feels like a strange experiment gone wrong. I'm not woke or broke enough for this. Memes surged. Reddit threads emerged. Even theater critics joined in. And suddenly, the show's most iconic song had become a punchline everyone was mocking. The problems from Evita didn't stop with a few bad posts. As reviews started rolling in, something worse happened. Nobody was attending. Shows were half empty. Ticket prices plummeted. Some shows were free. Now others were slashed to pay what you can. That's right, real Broadway-level seats for whatever coins you could scrape together. One user wrote, "So, are the paying audiences going to see the back?" Of her head for the whole song, and the crowd on the street gets the better view. Seems odd. And the worst part? Critics say Rachel wasn't even bad musically. Her singing was solid, her stage presence compelling, but the drama, her reputation was bigger than any spotlight. Now, here's where it gets intriguing. Because word backstage is that Rachel Zegler isn't just a victim of bad press. She might be creating some issues herself. Many reports claim she's been tough to work with. Not cruel, not erratic, but challenging. Workers say she acts like a seasoned pro, even though she's only had one major hit. Others say she wanted to rewrite Snow White's lines, clashing with directors about tone and message. A crew member allegedly told a friend she talks like she's above the material, like she's smarter than the story. Sources say Disney delayed the release to quietly let the bad buzz fade. Others say they're frantically editing around Zegler to salvage what they can. Toys are nowhere to be seen. Movie posters are absent from major Disney stores, and Disney's silent. When Disney goes quiet, that's not calm. That's preparing to make something vanish. Because Snow White wasn't supposed to be controversial. It was supposed to rake in tons of cash. But instead, theaters are empty, kids aren't thrilled. And the only thing trending is how fast this film is failing. 1, 2, okay. Let's review the record, shall we? West Side Story. Critics adored it, but nobody went to see it. Shazam 2 tanked. Evita became almost a farce. And Snow White delayed, messed up, and completely deflated. And now Rachel Zegler's name doesn't spark excitement. It sparks debate, discomfort, unease. When audiences see her face, they're not thinking, "Can't wait for her next role." They're thinking, "Isn't that the one who called the prince a creep?" So now what? Rachel Zegler is officially in Hollywood limbo. Not canceled, but not celebrated either. She's drifting in that awkward middle space where the press stops calling. The fans stop caring and the studios start reconsidering. She's not famous enough to survive the drama. She's not loved enough to be forgiven. And she's certainly not quiet enough to hide. She's just stuck. Stuck between craving success and losing her audience. Between princess and activist, between what she thought her career was becoming and what it's turning into. So let me ask you guys, is Rachel Zegler just another young actress who flew close to fame, who mistook early praise for being untouchable? Or was she set up from the start, cast in legacy roles that were already flawed, then blamed when they fell apart under public scrutiny? Because this version of Snow White, she didn't just eat the apple. She devoured the whole forest, set it ablaze, straight off the path, and then turned around wondering why nobody came to rescue her. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is Rachel Zegler the villain in her own tale, or is she just the latest name in Hollywood's favorite? Cautionary tale. By the way, if you haven't watched how Jake Black reality checked her recently, be sure to click on the video to find out.